What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
You ready for university or what?
University? Yeah. I'm really kind of excited about it. We've been in school for 4 years.
Bro, you hustled hard.
I did, and I'm excited to kind of be on my own.
Yeah.
Be away from home and be at university. But
I'm gonna miss mama's cooking.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm gonna miss mom's cooking. I wonder if I'm gonna starve to death.
I'm gonna get skinny.
I don't know about doing my own laundry and stuff like that, because mom always did my laundry. So I'm wondering if I'm either gonna starve to death or smell like stink. But wait a minute, bro, you haven't eaten anything today. You're not hungry, man?
Oh man, you didn't know what month it is?
June is my birthday
we're
month.
boys, man. Well, you should have known what month this is. This is Ramadan. This is a really important thing for me.
Oh, okay.
Have I ever told you about it?
No.
Okay, let me break it down for you real quick. So this is a really important tradition for us. This is actually where we remember when the Prophet Muhammad first received words from Allah. And so we do this in remembrance and respect towards him. And it's actually part of like our main 5 pillars of faith. This is really like an honorable tradition in Islam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why do you do it?
Okay, so let me break it down. And I feel like this is pretty obvious, though. We try to do this because it's his good works. And so you got to do good works for God if you wanted to get into heaven, bro. Not everybody gets to get in.
Right.
So we do this to get in.
Oh, not okay. Well, all right. So, I think I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we believe in doing good stuff, doing good works, like you said. But we do it not as a way to get into heaven. We do it in response to what God has done for us. Right.
Okay,
So
break it down for me,
so
'cause I
check
don't
it. So
understand that.
all right. So in the Bible, Jesus says all right, be perfect as my Father in heaven is perfect.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Are you perfect?
God and all his people know I ain't.
You've known me for 4 years. You know I ain't perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
You know I ain't perfect. So if God is his standard is right here.
Yeah.
And you and I just admitted that we can't be perfect, then how can imperfect people ever please a perfect God, right?
Yeah, that's why we got to do the good works, bro.
But see, the thing is, how many works do you need to do to be perfect? All of them.
Yeah.
You need to do never get anything wrong, right? So, all right, so if that's the case, then what do we do? So God leaves his standard up here, but then what he did, he's just, but he's also he's love. He doesn't just do loving things, but in the Bible, it says that he is love. So everything he does is out of love.
Yeah.
So because he's love, he was all right, check it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the punishment that you deserve for not being perfect. I'm going to put it on myself. I'm going to take that punishment. And all you have to do is receive this gift that I've given you.
Yeah.
And then, even though you're not perfect in action, you're perfect in how I see you. Right? And in the Bible, they call that grace. So that's what I believe.
No one's ever explained it to me like that before.
Word?
Yeah, bro. You know what? Let me just say this real quick. I appreciate you explaining this stuff, because usually when the topic of God comes up around me, people just get awkward and weird and stuff.
Oh, man, I'm still awkward and weird.
That's right. But I appreciate you explaining it to me, man. We could talk about it more later, I guess.
No doubt, man. Hey, yo, you want to play Fortnite?
Let's go.
I bet.
And cut.
Making a mess up here. All right. So, real quick. I'm sorry, this thing, it's dry. So, I want you to tell me, first question, what did we see on stage? All right, who are the characters first? Real quick, just yell it out. All right, we had a Muslim and who else? Okay, bet, we got that. That's the easy part. Excuse me for spitting granola on you. I'm not mad at you. So we had a Muslim and a Christian up here. What was, if any, the conflict? If any. Say again, say it loud. Ramadan. So the conflict was the Muslim was observing an Islamic holiday called Ramadan, and the Christian didn't, which requires him not to eat or fast, right? And the Muslim was saying that we do this to appease our God, Allah, right? Now, for the Christian, your opinion, and be totally honest, how do you think they responded in sharing their faith with the Muslim? What do you think? You think you gave him a thumbs up? Anybody disagree? Was it too preachy? No? Anybody? No? Was it just right? Is there anything that he could have done better? Is there anything I guess my character could have done better? Draw pictures. If he had the time, that might have been a good illustration. What do you think? Say just a little louder. So she said, which is very good. Maybe not eat in front of him when he was fasting. No, maybe that could have, because his stomach was probably rumbling, seeing me, scarf down this dry granola bar, or maybe he was happy that he was fasting at that point. But yes, okay. Is there now? Could you tell that they were friends? Do you think that their friendship was threatened by this realization of them being, I guess, one being a Muslim and one being a Christian? No, I mean, who thinks yeah? All right, well, why do you think? Good man. I appreciate a brave man. Why do you think their friendship was threatened? Okay, he made a great point. He said, if they're of different religions, they may not like each other. All right? This is what we're going to do. We're actually going to go to another scene, right? But I want you to keep thinking of these types of questions. How can because again, not all of us in here, not everyone in here is a Christian, which is great. Which is great that you've come and joined with us. But I want you to think about, as Christians, how can you better share your faith? Right? All right, so we're going to see this second scene. You ready for it? All right, I'm going to invite my man, Max, the master actor, to stage. Amen. And again, I want you to help us by giving us that 1, 2, 3 action, all right? The first time was awesome. This time I want it to be awesomer. Okay? All right, bet. Wait.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, action!
Come in. Oh, Warner. Good to see you, our star student. Have a seat.
How you doing, Professor?
Well, I suppose this is farewell, Warner.
Yeah. It's been a long, couple years, and, I'm glad to be finally graduating, man. I'm looking forward to university.
Well, Warner, it's been an immense pleasure to teach you, and I must say, and I don't say this lightly, the final project you wrote for my course was truly one of the best pieces of work I've seen in many years.
Thank you.
You have a very bright future ahead of you, Warner.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That means a lot coming from you. I thank you for, being a mentor to me and for really kind of putting time into me. I appreciate that, Professor.
I mean it sincerely. Warner, that's something I feel I must talk to you about before you go. Warner, this God business, are you serious? Warner, do you understand how this could ruin your future?
Well, Professor, it hasn't ruined anything so far, so,
Warner, when you get out there into the big world, you could take your pick of the Silicon Valley companies if you wanted, but Warner, if you will insist on hanging on to these childish fantasies, you will be a laughing stock.
Well, like I said, Professor, it really hasn't hurt me so far. It's actually helped me, get this far. In fact, like some of the papers that I wrote that you gave me like really, really great marks on. Like there was this one paper that dealt with how the world began, and a lot of my reasoning came from my understanding of the Bible and how God says creation came to be, and you gave me like really high marks in it. So, it kind of helped me.
It was an excellent piece of work. But, Warner, God
God is a name that people in the past gave to things that science did not yet understand, but science is progressing all the time, Warner. These gaps in our knowledge are being closed, and your God is being squeezed out. Warner, this is beneath you.
Well, Professor, and I thank you for being invested in me. But God and science are not like opponents to each other. They're not against each other. They actually work with each other. They affirm each other. Science gives us the what, but God tells us the why. Right? So, they're not in competition or conflict with each other. In fact, in history, some of the greatest scientists, the greatest minds were not only God-fearers, but also like Christians, Galileo and Isaac Newton and even Professor John Lennox and Alistair McGrath, like all really brilliant guys just like you. And
it's something I have never been able to fathom.
Yeah, they also believe in God, so, it hasn't hurt them, and they're pretty brilliant, just like you.
Warner, I felt I had to say something. I wished I could persuade you, but I see I won't be able to.
Well, like I said, I know it's coming from a good place, but, Professor, you're really smart and incredibly brilliant, and, I hope, maybe one day you'll have more faith in God and less in your brilliance.
Well, I wish you well, Warner.
Thank you, Professor.
And cut.
All right. Come on, guys, hold on. So, what do you think? What do you think? Huh? All right, so same with the other one. What do we see? Who are the characters first? Really quick. We got Professor Max. And who else? Who's the other guy? Me, yes, I'm me. But I was a character. What was my character? Oh, thank you. Yes. Now, what was the conflict in this scene? What was the conflict? Go ahead. So Professor Max was trying to persuade the student to not be in faith, because Professor Max was a what? An atheist. An atheist is someone who does not believe in God. So really quickly, because we're pressed for time, what do you think that the Christian in this scene communicated their faith well, or at all, or too much, too little? What do you think? Anyone, go ahead, right there. Okay, all right, I'm gonna repeat it for all who didn't hear, because I know you guys are spread out. What he said was the Christian in here wasn't rude, he was still respectful, right? But he also was very stable in reason about his faith, right? Is it possible to share your faith and still be respectable? It's possible. Do we see it all the time? We don't at all. So anyway, give yourself a hand, because you were very good observers, and I appreciate